play tonight. I think we probably, him sitting out last night for the majority of the game, I think it probably allowed the trainers and medical staff to kind of get ahead of it there and, evaluate it this morning. And they wanted to see him out there earlier tonight to see how he would respond. I think he feels, fine, and the medical staff feel that he's in a good place to be able to play.
The Hawks are struggling of late, but how dangerous are they tonight?
They're a very good team. Like, listen, I think anytime you got a guy like Millsap out and not playing, it's going to impact your team. He's a guy that is a huge part of their offense in terms of facilitating offense. You can run offense through him. He can create shots for himself, for others. So I think anytime you take a guy like that off the floor, it's going to impact their team. But listen, they're a team that started off 9-1. They're playing at home. They've come off, 2 difficult losses, on the road. So we're going to get, I think, a very, very good Hawks team, and they'll play very, very well tonight.
What does a guy like Dwight Howard bring to this team? I mean, obviously, things aren't going perfectly for them right now, but what does he add to this team?
Well, first of all, you get incredible rim protection. I think with the shooting they have with Bazemore, with Korver, Schroeder, what ends up happening a lot of times, even Muscala, when Dwight's rolling to the basket, he just demands a lot of attention because you've got to account for him at the rim. So a lot of times I think with big guys like that, he creates a lot of points for a lot of his teammates when he doesn't even touch the ball, just by him hard rolling to the basket. He's always been a great roller and a great dive guy down inside. And then I think his, at least watching him on film, seems like he's obviously been in the league for a long time, but he's very, very smart. He understands coverages. He reads situations before they take place. He can plug up a lot of gaps. He gives him rim protection. So, he impacts the game in a lot of different ways.
He obviously didn't go to college, but did you recruit him when you were at Florida?
A little bit. Did a home visit with him, actually, he and his dad, at his high school. So, he was, I think, finishing up his junior year. And then at that time, when guys were able to go out of high school, the July recruiting period was a big period. And all I had to do was launch one AAU game, and then I stopped recruiting him immediately.
You've talked a lot this year about finding a defensive identity and play into it so that when the offense isn't there, you're going to have the. Where are you in finding that?
I thought we made some strides, yesterday, last night, the way we played. But we did some good things. If there's one area that I'd say that, being critical that we can still improve on is I thought we gave up some threes in transition that did not go down. And we were fortunate in some of those situations, but I think overall we're getting better. And this first quarter part of the year, I think there's still a lot of growth and room for improvement for these guys in that area. I think that a couple days of practice it helped us, create some clarity and direction and understanding. And we'll see, what we can do again here tonight. Playing on a back-to-back with not a lot of preparation time. Can we rely on our principles and our habits and play at a level built off of what we did last night?
Coach, in an era where it seems like guys are resting more and sitting out more, it seems like Russell Westbrook plays more than the norm. Like, how are you able to do you try to rein him in? Do you talk to him about it? Like, how do you?
He's on a rotation, minute-wise generally. I think for him, when he's out there, he's going to be who he is. He's going to play full tilt and full throttle. That's just who he is. I don't want to take that away from him because that makes him special. I'm not so sure anybody could. It's just the way he's going to play the game. So I have great admiration and respect for the fact that every night he comes out and gives everything he has physically, emotionally, mentally to the game and to his team.
You see like the toughest competitor you've ever coached or been around or one of?
I would say this, he loves competition. That's what I would say. There's certain guys that maybe don't. He loves competition. He loves competing. I think that, there's sometimes guys look at competition as being a threat, to themselves. I think he loves the fact that he can go out there and compete because he's always looking to learn and grow and get better. And, an area I really have great admiration for him is the fact that he's always trying to evolve and get better. And I think competition allows you to evolve and get better. And I think that's why he thrives in it so much, and that's why he enjoys it so much.
And if you had to cover him, how would you draw him out if you had to actually do it?
If I had to guard him?
Yeah, if you had to guard him, or just like
probably get to a local church, say a few prayers, and get some help from the good Lord.
Who knows what they'll do, but they're going to start Cephalosha tonight. All season long, you've seen shooting guards defend Westbrook. What are some ways that you've seen your team take advantage of situations where opponents are switching around defenders as primary guys on Russ?
Yeah, listen, whatever or however we're being guarded, we've got to recognize that there's going to be something that's going to work and there's going to be something that's going to be available. And as long as we can continue to move the ball, make the extra pass, play inside out, try to attack the paint, and then make good reads. I think with that being said, the more critical challenge is even tonight playing against a team that forces a lot of turnovers. We got to take care of the basketball. So when we're making those reads and making those decisions that are very quick split-second decisions, we've got to do a great job of taking care of the basketball. And then we're going to have to read how they're playing and then try to make decisions from there.
For people, it's really easy to understand, like when you have a lot of new guys, it's easy to understand why it takes some time offensively, because it's like, oh, a guy needs his shots in this place or whatever. What are those adjustments defensively when you have so many new guys and you're still at this point in the season still trying to figure some things out?
Well, the first thing is you're dealing in every game with probably 60 to 70 pick and rolls. So when you've got a guy like Sabonis who's never been at this level and is having to deal with 3 or 4 different coverages potentially on a possession, that can be challenging. You've got a guy like Joffrey Laverne who's maybe played one way in Denver and is now maybe doing something different now. You look at a guy like Jeremy Grant who's had to play the 3 and the 4, and he's played one way and he's learning maybe a different way to do it. And I'm not saying what any of those guys did in the past is wrong or right. I'm just saying terminology, positioning, sniffing out plays, those things take time. And, getting those guys like Joffrey is a great help defender, but he also helps too much, meaning that he's got to stop giving up corner threes because he keeps playing off the corner. We don't want to give up corner threes, but that may be something that he's been accustomed to doing. So a lot of times guys build habits with a particular team in terms of what they're doing identity-wise, and then you got to create those same habits here. And for a lot of these guys, trying to build those habits where they become secondary, where they understand exactly where they're doing, how they're supposed to rotate. And I think the biggest thing you try to eliminate as a coach is indecisiveness, and that's one of the things that I've seen. Even not so much the first 10, but the second 10 is we've been too indecisive and not aggressive enough. And I think as they gain and create more habits, they can become more decisive in their decisions.